Today we'll be looking at the Gregory Alpinisto LT, which, as the name suggests, is designed primarily for the Alps, but as you might have guessed, we're not in the Alps, we're in the Peak District. And we'll be talking about why it's suitable for both the Alps and also for general trad climbing and potentially sport climbing back at home here in the UK. Now, when it comes to the Alpinisto 38 LT, the LT stands for light. This is definitely not a super light pack, but it is undoubtedly lightweight. In fact, we'd say it's a good balance in between light, where you may not be getting that same level of durability, but also hard enough wearing that it is going to last. Now, the other thing about this Alpinisto pack is it does take that alpine ethos of having a nice, clean design. There's no pockets and not much to catch on the outside of the pack. So this is what makes it good for alpine climbing, mountaineering, but also scrambling and technical approaches. Nothing's gonna clip on something or snag. At 38 litres, it's a really good size as an all-rounder as well. Again, for a day's trad climbing, we fit in our rack, our ropes, and everything that we need. When it comes to alpine climbing, you may need a little bit more, and the lid can extend up and down, which is really handy. You can fit a rope underneath it as well, and there's a catch and toggle in place in order for you to strap it securely down so it's not going to fall out. And then next up, there's space on the outside through the elastic to fit your crampons and your ice axes in with these neat sleeves here, so no one's going to tell you off in a French téléphérique. But what we really liked about the Alpinisto 38 is that whilst it does have that ability to expand outwards, it also has the ability to be stripped back as well. Things like the hood, the waist belt, in fact quite a few of the features are just removable. So if you do need to save weight and go light for that summit push, or just because you can't be bothered to carry anything extra, you've got the ability to do that as well. When it comes to durability, there's two differing types of nylon featured. There's 100 denier nylon, which is durable, but not as durable as the 210 denier nylon that's used on the side and the bottom. And this is where the pack's going to receive the most use and abuse. So it's saving weight where it's not needed, but then bolstering it out for durability where it's going to receive the most abrasion. The other thing we've liked in terms of the durability, but also the usability, is the aluminium used on the buckle to close the pack and also to attach the ice axes. These are just nice, solid, reassuringly solid features that will definitely last, but are also really easy to use with gloves on or when you've got cold hands. Now, when it comes to the back system, Gregory have kept it nice and simple. It sits really close and clean on your back, which means it's really stable. The other thing about that closed cell material that's used is that it doesn't absorb the snow. It essentially dusts off. And when it comes to refining the fit, you've got adjustment on top of the shoulder straps to bring that center of gravity further into your back, and then the waist loops as well, which also feature a gear loop. There's also the chest strap across the sternum, and all in all, that gives a really secure fit, nice and close to the back. It's also worth mentioning that it comes in two sizes, small and medium, and the medium to large that we've got here. The other thing that I really like about the Gregory Alpinisto 38 Lite is the fact that it actually has a lid. In the modern day and age, there seems to be a lot of packs moving towards that roll top design. And whilst that can be positive, I actually really miss that obvious space to put essentials. Maybe it be a topo, mobile phone, snacks, anything else you've got. So big thumbs up for actually having a lid. And double thumbs up for the ability to remove it if you don't need it. At least you got the choice. It's better to have the choice than have no lid at all. Now, this isn't a pack that you'd want to be carrying extremely heavy loads within. It is, after all, a 38 litre lightweight mountaineering pack. And if you're looking to carry those big loads, for one, buy something a little more sizable, and two, you may want to get something with a bit more structure within the back system involved. To that end, there is an Alpinisto 50, which has a more substantial set of features, such as a larger hip belt, and again, that more substantial amount of support within the spine. Overall, it's hard to find fault with this pack. It's good for a really broad range of things, whether that be mountaineering, alpine climbing, like it's actually designed for and named after, but also if you're trad climbing, scrambling, or like we said earlier, kind of doing anything, it's suitable. The thing we particularly liked as well is that it's versatile within what it's got. Yes, it's a 38-litre pack, but you can cinch it down smaller courtesy of the side straps and strip away those features if you don't need them. And if you need a little bit extra space, that floating lid allows you to cram that little bit more in if you need it. We also really like the simplicity of that back system and the fact that it feels really stable, really secure, and also allows snow to brush off it easily. Although that's not much of a concern here today in the Peak District.